That is the game we're playing. Of course, it is audience participation, if you will. Our audience can see in. As mentioned earlier, the players, once play begins, cannot see out.
Nothing. They don't even know if anybody's watching.
That's right. Like being in a vacuum. Except they do hear the music and they do see the lights changing.
Raise pot.
Brailovsky will raise the pot with an ace-8.
Taking an aggressive stance out of the big blind. This is a risky play in this situation.
He catches another ace there, and Rada catches a pair as well.
Well, he's got to figure to have the best hand here, and he's playing it a little tricky here.
And he's going to get Rada to bet into him now.
This is a little bit uncharacteristic for Rada, calling a raise from the big blind with a hand such as 9-8.
Re-raise.
Now a re-raise from Brailovsky. Brailovsky playing a little bit more aggressive than he did last week in a winning effort. He was very quiet early in the competition.
He was very patient, waited for his spots, but I like his little trickiness here. It's
a call from Rada.
Rada is in a very bad situation.
There's the third ace.
Brailovsky has to figure to have the best hand here. Now he looks like he's trapping him.
Check, check. 5.
I think a very small bet, something like 10,000 here, could get a call out of Rada.
All in.
All in. Well, let's see if that scares Rada off now.
Rada's a good enough player to let this hand go. I'm surprised he hasn't let it go yet.
Fold. And he does fold. Brailovsky wins the hand. Interesting way that hand went, though. Not the way you might have expected it would. And here's the way the game stands right at the moment. And it's Rob Sherwood who doubled up at the very first hand with a commanding 121,000 chips. Tony Brailovsky, winner of the last hand at 60,000 now. Gilliland 54,000. The short stack right now is that of Keith Hubbard at 31,000. Not in any imminent danger.
Well, Bear, I thought the players were going to come out today, play a little bit cautious, but they are just ramming and jamming.
Throwing haymakers. Now you got Rada with a king, queen, Gilliland, and a pair of sixes.
Two very playable hands.
Brailovsky will fold. So will Sherwood. So it's Rada and Gilliland who will hook up.
Looked like Mr. Brailovsky might have just been looking around, seeing if he could pick up anything on the players.
Pair of 8s and a 4 on the flop. So Gilliland in very good shape right now.
Great flop for Gilliland.
Check, check.
It's an interesting check there by Rada. He was the pre-flop aggressor. Now he just opened the door for Gilliland to take this pot away from him.
Hit 7.
7,000.
This is a really nice feeler bet here by Gilliland. He's not giving Rada the correct price to draw at hearts if he had a heart in his hand, but it's enough to scare him away with ace high.
Yeah, played that hand pretty well, actually. Christian Gilliland from Conway, South Carolina. He's only been playing for 3 years. He's a sometime screenwriter who's trying to have his own perfect ending to this show.
I've been writing screenplays since I was 18 years old. The perfect screenplay for the Poker Dome is I get down to the end, me and one other guy, and he sucks out the cards on me on the end, and I don't win. Fortunately, as soon as we step off the plane in South Carolina, my wife had bought a lucky lottery ticket that comes through for us. The first thing I bought with my winnings was a DVD burner so I could record all my competition. I believe it's an advantage to be the first one in because I got to see everybody. I analyzed everybody, including myself, and so there wasn't a moment of time that I was not thinking about the Poker Dome.
Well, he's right in it. He's brought his wife Jessica Gilliland along. She is pregnant.
Well, that analysis seems to be serving him well right now in second place.
Yeah, he talked about that last night, that he has really gone to school on all of these players and feels he has a pretty good line on them.
Makes you wonder about some of the other gentlemen that have already qualified for the $1 million table. What are they doing at home?
Absolutely, same thing.
Sherwood's going to get a free go here with the King 8 of diamonds.
Raise pot.
3,000.
Gilliland, pot raise.
This is an interesting raise by Gilliland, but he's noticed quite a bit of limping here at the table. He's trying to maybe dissuade people from doing that on his big blind.
It was good enough.
I have. Oh, cool.
Gilliland will take it down once again. They're playing very well right now after that opening flurry, if you will, by Rob Sherwood.
Well, Barry, for Mr. Sherwood, the odds of getting dealt kings 2 out of 3 hands, they're about 16,280.
That's what it is, huh? Rada with an ace-8. Rada's short stack now, incidentally. I don't think there's going to be much to be had from this hand, though.
Well, he's got Gilliland in a dominated position. Rada is short stacked, but with the blinds as low as they are right now, there's no reason for him to panic.
Right. He did catch a pair.
Check. Top pair.
Top pair indeed. 4,000 to Gilliland, and we'll see if he chooses to stick around. No, he won't. So Rada will take this hand down. Rada's a guy who just came up here actually yesterday from Australia. Says, no, you know what? I actually feel pretty good. As that's a long, long trip, but he brought a little something special that he feels maybe could give him an edge.
4 Lucky Charms, a 4-leaf clover, which was found by my sister quite a long time ago. A smoky quartz, also given to me by my sister. I suppose she's given me all of her luck. The dealer button from the league I play in back home. And last but not least is this Lucky Charm, which a friend purchased for me prior to coming to Vegas. I suppose if none of this all works, I'll just have to pull an ace out of my sleeve. If I had have lost last time, it would have been a gruelling trip back home to Australia, Melbourne, a 14.5-hour flight. But because I did win the $25,000, the home trip, and also coming back this time has been a lot easier.
And he brought a mate with him as well, and all those charms, incidentally, he keeps in his pocket. And he's hanging in there. He's at 30,000 now, just won his first hands early on here, but we had a flurry of activity in our very first hand, which saw John Ritchie go all in and be eliminated by Rob Sherwood, which in turn doubled Sherwood up.
I wonder if Rada used that $25,000 as a pillow on the flight home.
That big check.
Yeah.
How do you get that through security?
$50,000 could be used as a blanket.
Sorry, sir, you're going to have to check the check.
Well,
Brailovsky will win this one by default. And we'll take a timeout as well, as since that opening flurry, things have kind of settled down here, and it's still Rob Sherwood who's our chip leader. Gilliland and Brailovsky right behind.